Recently, the internet has been taken by storm, and given the circumstances, that must mean big news. Many people are currently amazed by the idea that there exists a parallel universe exactly like ours, in which time runs backwards. So, are the rumours true? Is there really a crazy universe like that, where you are watching this video from the end to the start? Let's find out. This all started way back in 2016, when this scientific paper was published. It's all about this piece of equipment called ANITA, which is essentially a giant helium balloon with radio antennas attached to it, flying above the Antarctic. This big balloon detects high-energy particles called neutrinos. Now, neutrinos may sound scary, but in reality, hundreds of trillions of them are passing through your body every second. It is just really hard for us to detect them. So, the balloon thingy detects these neutrinos that come flying into our planet from outer space using some complex sciencey methods. Basically, when the neutrinos hit atoms in the Antarctic ice, they produce radio waves which the antennas on ANITA can then detect. However, throughout its time detecting these particles, it has recorded a couple of strange events which are hard to describe. In these events, the angle that the neutrinos were coming from suggested that they had travelled all the way through Earth itself, instead of coming directly from outer space into Earth, something that should not happen. If the neutrinos were to hit Earth, they should not be able to make it all the way through, like it seems happened here. They should crash into things along the way. This confused scientists, and tabloids took that to mean that this is evidence for the existence of a dystopian parallel universe that exists alongside ours, which was created alongside our own universe at the Big Bang, but time began to run backwards there. Well, this is an obvious conclusion, right? That would be cool. Unfortunately not. The ultimate question is there a parallel universe where time runs backwards? Now, you can't technically say no, because it hasn't been disproved, so there still may be a chance for all you conspiracy theorists. However, this doesn't mean you should get your tinfoil hats on and start looking for a wormhole to the other universe. The long answer requires a bit more explanation. The truth behind this isn't quite as fun and exciting as a parallel universe, although a physicist may not agree. However, you cannot say that the parallel universe theory is wrong. In fact, the maths actually checks out, so it is possible, but it is an extraordinary claim. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, which we do not currently have to support a parallel universe theory. Based on the evidence we do have, there are several more plausible ideas of what caused the events. To try and investigate the cause of the strange findings, researchers did what they do best: some researching. They found that the findings cannot be explained by the Standard Model. Wait a minute, what's the Standard Model, you may ask? The Standard Model is just a theory of how the building blocks of matter interact, and how the fundamental forces work, but we don't really need to know that. It is not often that something doesn't agree with the Standard Model. Just like your girlfriend, it is always right. The groundbreaking facts that the findings can't be explained by the Standard Model was what led tabloids to jump on the conspiracy train and suggest parallel universes. However, it is much more likely to be something else. The three main hypotheses at the time that were proposed to explain the findings were some weird astrophysicsy explanation. Now this could be a source of neutrinos that we don't yet know about, such as a supernova, which is a massive explosion which happens when big stars die, and without them, we wouldn't even exist. Yes, they are as cool as they sound. However, they don't think this is the cause of the strange findings, since other equipment would have also detected the neutrinos that were produced by these sources, which they didn't. Alternatively, it could have been an error in the equipment that wasn't accounted for. One example is there might be some strange property of the ice in Antarctica that we don't yet understand. Or lastly, it could be new physics beyond the Standard Model, which we are yet to discover. All in all, it's most likely that if this all wasn't just a big fuss over some anomaly in the detector, which would be very boring, this could be pointing to some new exotic physics. Now that is their name, not mine. because the observations do not follow the standard model. So, it may not mean that there is a cool parallel universe where your duplicate self is currently watching this video in reverse. However, these unexplainable findings must have an explanation, possibly involving new physics, which many scientists are keen to investigate. We will just have to wait until the next generation of equipment that is even more sensitive and accurate than our current tech to get a better understanding of these strange events. This just goes to show, don't believe everything you hear on the internet. Unless it's from me, then it's always correct. Thanks for watching.